Spotted wing Drosophila has had a very big impact on a number of growers. And once it got here, normally when this happens in a place like Maine, it might come here for one season, but the first winter takes it out. And because this thing is better adapted to a colder climate, that didn't happen here. Having said that, however, we've noticed that when we have a really cold winter, we see less of it the following year unless we have a lot of storms moving up the East Coast, coming from the south and moving north, because they'll bring not only rain and bad weather, they'll bring a bunch of these flies up with them because they get caught up in these weather patterns. When we talk about the fruit crops that it goes after, raspberries, blueberries, very important crops to Maine, especially wild blueberries. Of course, that's one of our major crops, and this will bother those. One of the management techniques we can use for this is to harvest earlier than we have in the past. So if we're looking at the wild blueberry crop, the processors used to like to space out their harvest so they could run the line at a certain speed and have crops coming in uniformly. Now they try to harvest as much as they can, as early as they can, so that they're harvesting it before this pest starts laying eggs and becomes a problem, and that reduces the amount of pesticides they have to use. Raspberry growers, much smaller crop, but important because it's a small crop, but it's grown by a lot of growers. It's very high value. They love raspberries, and it doesn't take many of these flies on there to ruin the crop. And a lot of our growers were organic. That meant they, from their perspective, they didn't have to spray raspberries at all. Now they have to. And for some organic growers, that meant they're done. They're not going to grow that crop anymore. So we lost a significant number of raspberry growers because of this one pest coming into the state. Other raspberry growers, frankly, saw it as an advantage. They said, okay, if there's going to be fewer of them, I'm going to actually grow and invest some money in spray equipment and management time and effort so that I can absorb some of these holes in the market that are being created. So again, kind of a good news, bad news story, but overall, in total, I would say it was really devastating to the raspberry industry. A few growers have survived and are doing quite well with it, but it's taken out a lot of our smaller growers.